Yo, I just watched Sinners, the Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler movie, and it's just left me in a state. It's left me it's left me in awe. It's left me feeling mesmerized, and it's left me feeling grateful. Grateful to be able to experience that level of creativity. Grateful to be able to experience that kind of art in a way that it tells so many stories in so many different dimensions. Obviously, before I watched it, I tried to avoid spoilers, and the only thing I could avoid knowing was, oh, there were some vampires in there. So I went in there thinking the movie was about vampires. The movie was not about vampires. The movie was about music, bruv. It was about music and the power of music in such a way where, as someone that creates music, you have influence. And to be honest, it's not just music, it's art. Art in general. But music, I think music is music more powerful than movies? I heard an argument for why music is more powerful than movies, because a movie that's 2 hours long, there's only so many times you can have it on repeat. There are movies in my life that I've watched multiple times, but I've not watched any movie up to 50 times. But there's so many songs that we've listened to over and over and over again, hundreds of times. So my point is, breaking down that movie, all the parts of the movie that blew my mind was, number one, I want to commend the production. There were twins in that movie, and not once did the effects fail. Not once did it ever slip up and then you notice that, that's someone else, and they didn't want to get the Michael B. Jordan and the other guy in the same shot at any point in time. Nah, they did it so well. But I need to get on YouTube. Oh yeah, I am on YouTube. But I need to find that scene of the boys' performance, man. The scene of the performance was just incredible. Like I was in the cinema, and my eyes, I was just blown away by the power. I was blown away by the lyrics, yeah. In a way where the lyrics communicated desire and determination to pursue what he wanted to pursue, which is a musical career. And it's nice that in the end, he fast forwarded to the end of his life and he actually did. The lyrics communicated determination and desire in such a way that it is not just because it is what you want, it is because it is what you were born to do. Having that kind of conviction of what you were called to do in such a way that you are aware of it and you feel it, and everything about your life is pushing you towards it in such a way that whenever the opportunity to have even the tiniest speck of the experience of that calling, you grab it with both hands, and then you feel a form of fulfillment that you've never felt doing anything else in life before. I felt that from the lyrics. And it's so instructive, but because we just have to all, obviously, this is what we all are on the journey of finding, right? Finding that thing that gives us that kind of fulfillment, that it doesn't feel like work and it just feels like it is what we're born to do. And I mean, Earl Nightingale has said, anything that you feel you want to do, the only reason why we feel like you want to do it is because you have the ability to do it, because you were born with the capability to do it. Because that, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, the next person beside you doesn't feel like they want to do that same thing, especially you don't even feel it the same way you feel it. So yeah, that was the lyrics. That's what I felt from the lyrics. But then the power of his vocals and the range of this guy with his deep bass. I've never heard that much power and range with someone with a deep voice, singing voice like that, in such a way that if the whole room felt it, and it felt in sync with all the instruments in such a way that I was stuck. And then they now followed it up with visuals of different, because the movie started by telling us that music is so powerful. The people that create music have the power to connect different genres of human beings from the past to the present, different races, different cultures, different ethnicities, different parts of the world at different times of the day. And then they gave a visual representation of that. This guy started playing blues 1930s, and then they transformed it to trap, and then they transformed it to, oh bro, it was so beautiful. They showed people from Nigeria, showed people from India, showed people from Chicago, showed people from America, from the UK. Just so, it was like they were following out, like, you know, when you're following the cameraman around the scene, and it just feels like an experience. And I was just there like, wow, this is incredible. Like, am I still watching a movie set in the 1930s? This is how the guy, Ryan Coogler, has it in his head to describe the power of the connectivity of music, good music. Oh, no, that was so great. That particular scene had me stuck. And I need to find it again. And I am going to find it again and relive that experience and see all the aspects to the creativity of it, especially because, bro, in the cinema, I don't know, for some reason, it was all dark and stuff. But obviously, when I get to find it on my ones, I'll be able to increase the brightness as much as I want. But then we now move on to the girl. Yes, some would say, yeah, she said she was married, and then why is she out here, like, having an affair with next man? But that's not my business right now. My business is the fact that she fed off of his energy. Because throughout her introduction into the movie, I'm talking about the girl that he ended up with, like Lil Sammy. I can't really remember her name now. But she was a pretty black girl that also sang and performed. When she entered the movie, she had all her sophistication with her. She was all like, just, you know, cool, calm, you know, I don't do too much. But then when she got on stage, her personality got activated. Her persona, her performance, her control, her rhythm, her moves. Bro, I was enchanted, bro. Music does this shit to you. Art does this shit to you. It takes you away from your reality. We're all watching that period, that scene. In fact, the whole movie, nothing else mattered. And this is why people pay to go to concerts. This is why people pay to enjoy art. This is why art is an investment. This is why you pay for art. To get blown away. In a way where you leave there feeling certain things that you didn't even know you were about to feel. I didn't go there knowing I thought I was going to watch a vampire movie, bruh. I watched the movie about art and music. And then we now go over to, obviously, the plot of the movie. You know, as I say, like, there was the vampires that they were supposed to let in, but they didn't want to let them in, you know. And some might say that it's Haley Steinfeld, right? Mary, the white girl that brought them in. But nah, bro, the reason why she went there was because of love. This movie was about love and music. The movie was about love and music. The love between the twins. The love between the twins and their women. The love between the boy and music. The love between the vampires and music, bro. It was about music and love. And can you separate love from music? Can you separate music from love? They are so beautifully intertwined that a perfect synchronization of both leaves you feeling only one thing: ecstatic. And it's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. She went out there to try and get some business for her man that she loves. And then they turned her. And then she went and turned him with the hope that, all right, cool, then let's turn your brother and turn your brother's girl. And then the four of us can live happily ever after as a family. Obviously, that didn't happen, but like, damn. It was so beautiful. And then I love the different kinds of powers that they now exposed us to in terms of vampires. They didn't really focus on the physical aspects of the powers of vampires. And I did not miss that. And I saw that. And I appreciate that. Because we're all used to seeing vampires be fast. Vampires that can jump fast, can fly, have super strength, have this, have that. But they showed the ability of vampires being able to be connected to each other's memories. Oh, this guy turned a Chinese guy. And because he got connected to him, he was now able to speak Chinese. That is crazy. That is crazy. So many aspects of this movie was crazy. And even the fucking Ku Klux Klan aspect of it as well. All them guys. That was just hilarious, man. Because in the end, obviously, at the point where, you know, the Chinese lady, when the main vampire connected to her husband and then threatened her that you better invite us in, else we're going to go kill your daughter. In that moment, that was also an expression of love. The fact that she could not stand and just wait them out till till sunrise. She loved her daughter so much, she was like, fuck these guys. We're going out there to kill these people, man. And then she invited them in. Let's fight. And the first thing she did was light herself on fire, grab a stake, and stab her husband, bro. And they showed her burning there in pain. And is it the love that kept her going through the pain? The love for her daughter, knowing that she doesn't want anything to go and happen to her daughter. She doesn't want them to go and eat her daughter. That love was so powerful that she died for that love. Love mixed with anger. Is that rage? Is that rage? Is that what transforms anger to rage? And rage is what transforms into the impossible. Because it definitely gives you mad adrenaline, right? You've seen stuff like mothers, when their child is in danger, they have the strength to lift a car. That's adrenaline, and that comes from the love for our child and the rage of knowing that, yo, this child cannot die. Nah, there were just so many aspects of that movie that I enjoyed, and I left there feeling really good. And I also appreciate the fact that these guys are getting more and more in touch with African religion in such a way that it's not a contest. They're not trying to say everybody do it. They're just illustrating it, and it is helping to stop the demonization of African religion, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to practice it, but it is something that has existed before my time. And I'm not the type to just, oh, this is evil. Nah, bro, I need to understand, and and then I'll make my decision. But anyway, the movie was great. The movie was great. The movie was about love and music and the power of love mixed with music. So yeah, man, if you've not watched it, I would recommend. If you've not watched it, I've entirely spoiled the movie for you. But if you have, these are just my thoughts about how great that movie was. And hopefully more to come. Hopefully the movie does what the movie needs to do in the box office and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, I was entertained. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.